Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald. For those of you that are new here, I started doing this show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, aphasia, brain injury, and also to provide a platform for survivors to share their journeys, really from across the world. Now, this morning, Musong Kim is going to be my guest this morning. I can't wait to have him on. He's having a little technical difficulties, but we'll work through it here. But thank you for being here, and Kevin, nice to see you here. Um, so thank you so much for being here, and we'll go ahead and wait for Musong, and I'll keep an eye out for him. He should be here in just a second. But I hope everybody's doing well, and I tell you, I don't know how, Kevin, since you're there, the weather here, it's going to be close to 80 degrees now. It was in single digits not too long ago, like last week. So sit back, relax, and I will wait for Musong, but I will just play my little intro. Hey, hang tight. Okay, good morning. Wow. Well, listen, I appreciate you guys being here. And before we start, Kevin, again, Basil, nice to see you. And by the way, um, those messages you send, they're pretty awesome. It's amazing. So, and Naomi, nice to see you. Lynn, nice to see you. So, should I know, man, I love the weather out there. But boy, we live in Texas. You see how the weather changes so much. Unbelievable. From single digits to what? Now we're at in the 80s or whatever. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, so anyway, Musang is trying to restart his computer. Just to let you know. And Brad, what's up, Brad? So yeah, amazing story Musang has, and it's very, very inspiring. So thank you for sharing, and good morning, hipster. Yes, how many years? In 2020, broke my hip, dumb fall, and it's still bothering me to this day. Um, but I don't know. I don't recommend that anybody when you have a stroke, you get a little confident. At least I did, and I tripped over a carpet and fell, broke my hip. Worst pain in my life. Nothing helped. The morphine, all that stuff they give you, nah, doesn't help. I'm trying to think, where was I going with this? But don't break your hip. I guess that's what I'm going to say. Don't break your hip. Not a fun thing to do. Um, but I don't. How many falls has anybody had? Well, I'll tell you me. I've had uh, I've had my share of falls. I mean, I have fallen, and I posted a long time ago. I hit the back of my head, and it went through. I went through the sheetrock or the wall. I tell you, it wasn't a fun day there either. So anyway, I hope you're all doing good. And if you haven't subscribed to my lovely YouTube channel called Let's Talk Stroke, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button and maybe something like that. It's growing, But yeah, so thank you again for being here, everyone, and I really appreciate it. Do my shows on Tuesday and Thursdays, 10 a.m. Central Time, and I always um, either myself or have a guest on there, and I have some other guests coming on. It's pretty awesome what's going on here. Let's see who was. I'm looking at your comments here. Okay, so you average. That's it. Oh, that's nothing. I average one fall a year so far. Yeah, don't you know? But let's see here. Yes, yes, yes. John Loomis, worst pain. Have you watched your show? This is funny, John. Whoa. Um, yeah. So let me know if you've had any falls. 1 to 2, but didn't break anything. Good for you. Yeah, I've broken all my bones in the hand trying to, you know, catch the fall. So yeah, I've had my share, but yeah, and I could see, it's funny. I could see who's watching. You're spying on me, and I can see um, who's watching. Make a comment, throw something out there. Tell me what's going on, and um, let's see. I'm just bringing on some. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Excruciating pain, but therapy will help you. But I know I had it. I broke my hip in 2020. Um, went through therapy 2 weeks, and then they discharged me in a wheelchair. Then, just because COVID. So that's how that went. But anyway, again, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And Musong is my guest, and just having a little. Oh, I think I found my friend, and let's see what goes on here. Bring him on.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
Awesome. Yeah, my computer's still restarting, Jerry.
Oh, it is. Okay, well, no worries. We can we'll just do this, and okay, now we see. I'm see. You can't see really the perfect. Yeah, you just trying to figure that little. Yeah, yeah, perfect. I'm okay. I can't even talk.
That's all right. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, perfect. Can you hear me?
I can, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Good morning,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody. I cannot see the comments, but I know you're here, so I appreciate you being here.
Me too. I really do.
And thank you, Jerry, for having me here. It's an honor.
Oh no, I am so happy you agreed to be on the show, and
finally.
No, that's okay. It's no big deal. You're very inspiring. Watching your videos and stuff you're doing, very inspiring. I want to tell you, I'm really happy and proud of what you're doing. It's
really, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot. It means a lot with this community. Everybody that's just trying to survive this crazy thing that we all had.
I know. I'm with you. It's a tough thing to go through. People think, oh, well, I'm going to get better right away.
Yeah.
You know how it is. I mean,
I
remember talking to you in the beginning when this all happened.
I mean, you can't help to think that it's, you did have this little, because you're human. It's like you're just naive because you don't know what you're going through, and this is all new. So you're just like, why is this happening? Like, why can I not learn fast enough or recover fast enough? Because you just don't know.
Yeah. I agree. Hey, now
it's very hard.
Yeah, let's rewind the clock to say there. Just so everybody's saying you can go back to the comments later or whatever. But thank you guys for being. They're all Musong. They're all saying hello to you. Just it's good to see you. But yeah, Musong is a great story and a great person. Yeah, that from. Anyway, let's rewind the clock and say,
you bet.
Before your infamous stroke day.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna just keep it short because it could go forever. But I wasn't really an entrepreneur. Really, I started businesses, and that was just kind of my forte growing up.
Wow.
Then then I had kids and stuff like that. Then I started businesses. I got into the bar business. I got into the nightclub business.
Really?
I got into all sorts of things. Then I got into construction, built houses.
Wow.
I was kind of all over the place.
That's great. You're
met my through the bar scene, through her brother. I met my ex-fiance and had 3 kids, and I just try to keep going, with like all this entrepreneur spirit, just because that was just in me. It was just I guess I was just born with it.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure. But anyways, long story short, I just started a bunch of businesses, and some were successful, some were not. Just, starting a business is not easy. Probably maintaining them is harder.
Yeah.
Especially in the restaurant and bar business. It's very difficult. But yeah, I tried my best and did my. I had a pretty good run of 10 years or so.
Right.
Had a really good, had a fun time.
Yeah. And
Met the mother of my children, which was amazing, and had just a really amazing 10 years before I had my stroke. Just life was good,
sure.
but just I don't know. I don't know if it all caught up to me, but it probably did because I had like anxiety attacks, and it just probably caught a lot of stress that I put on myself, and it probably caused a stroke.
Yeah.
Leading up to it. So yeah,
Wow. So you didn't know what? You don't know really the reason. Um, no reason why you had the stroke. No high blood
no, my
pressure.
my neurosurgeon, which I'll say this and I'll remember this until probably I die.
Right.
Is that she couldn't figure out what was wrong. She's like, bad luck, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to accept that. It's just I'm just going to say it's just bad. It's stress. It's had to been stress because there was no trauma or anything because I had a hemorrhagic stroke.
Yeah.
No trauma, and just probably just got too much. There was just too much stress in my life at the time, and I couldn't control it. And with
Right.
the anxiety attacks, just that didn't help.
Wow.
And I've
Panic.
always had, yeah, panic attacks,
Okay.
and I've always had that growing up, and it just probably got to me in adulthood. When all these
Sure.
things happen. You know, so yeah, that's
Absolutely.
probably the best way I could explain it.
Now these, I know you maybe can't see it, but those, I have two of your kids here with you. Beautiful, beautiful family.
Yeah, that's my daughter. My oldest is Vivian, and my middle child Everett. Yep,
Right?
it's Everett. Yep.
Wow, they're beautiful. And
Thank
then
you.
we got this with your, looks like your youngest maybe, or is
My
that?
youngest, when I was coming out of, that was when I was in you know,
Yeah.
ICU,
Yep.
and I was so scared to, hold him. But he sat on my lap, which was a blessing because I miss my kids so much. It like people, you know, I'm sure they do, but when they're young and just like I thought my heart was gonna break,
Right.
missing them so much because I had no idea that the emotions that kind of flood into my mind, my heart, like
Right.
like I thought my heart was gonna break. It really like can you die? I was thinking to myself at that moment, like, can people die because of heartbreak?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
I-
I think you can't. It can because it's like a heart attack. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
so that's what I felt like.
yeah. Yeah. But but you're first of all, Jerry Chapman asked, how was your blood pressure at the time? Do you know?
At the time I didn't, but I did have symptoms of when I went to my PCP back in the day.
Right.
My I went in there as a panic attack, and my blood pressure was super high.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
but then it just I was managing it in some capacity of sort because it never bothered me before. After that,
right.
so I don't know if
Yeah.
I should have took that more. Maybe that was a sign, but who knows? You don't think about those things at the time. Let's get real. Nobody does.
Yeah.
Looking back, it's just like, yeah, there might have been signs, but let's get real. Like we don't, seriously do take them. And how do you know, like you've always said, I had no idea what the hell the stroke was. What is a stroke?
I didn't.
No
Yeah.
idea.
Exactly. Exactly. But but now, I mean, you know the sign. I mean, did you know the sign? I mean, I didn't know nothing about it. I was
No,
so
I did
naive.
not.
Yeah.
I didn't know crap about stroke.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
learned so much, through the groups. Like, I am, about 18, 19 months post stroke, but I've
Right.
learned so much. It's just like, geez, if I would have known those signs, yeah. But it's just hey,
I know.
Jocelyn, how are you? We love
Yeah.
you too. I promise you that. We love you too.
Yeah. I'm glad you could see the comments.
Well, when you post them up on the screen, I can see it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's so many. Uh.
My thyroid caused.
Yeah. The stroke from Kit, Catherine Jordan. But yeah, and there's so many, but we'll deal with that later. But
Yeah, no
yeah,
problem.
so now you stop because it's similar to me. You spent how long in the hospital? I mean, ICU. Do you remember?
I was in there for 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
2 weeks.
Wow. That's yeah, same here. Not well, 9 days. But and then from there you went to rehab. Um,
No, actually, they got me to the ninth floor, which is a stroke floor
right?
at the hospital. Then I stayed there for a little bit. Then they finally got me into a rehab. Yep.
Wow.
There was a week, I think, week and a week and a half where it took me to get me into the right facility. So
Right?
I went to the ninth floor to like kind of buy some time, I guess, if you want to say that, till I
Sure.
got into rehab. Then I finally got into Good Samaritan, which was a wow, what an experience that is. Inpatient rehab.
Yeah.
I had no idea even what inpatient meant, at that time.
Yeah. I
Like
laugh.
all these like things is so new to me,
Yeah. Exactly.
and
Exactly.
I just learned as I went, just you know, kind of how life is sometimes, when you don't experience these things.
Yeah. Absolutely. Did you have?
Yeah.
Not, I probably not asking. Did you have good therapists? I mean, because I've had yes and no. I mean, therapists that really, one told me you're going to lose your job, get used to it.
Yeah.
Uh, and then someone told me I plateaued.
No, they didn't say anything like that, but yes, I had some bad ones and I had some good ones.
Yeah,
That's just kind of way it is. But
yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
excuse me. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it is. Yeah, yes, you just go with the flow. Yeah, but yeah. So you went to inpatient, and well, for some reason I thought you were in a nursing home for a little bit. Or
No, I'm in an adult family home right now currently.
okay, okay, I
Yeah.
knew somewhere. Okay, and how's it going there? Do you have a regular therapy, or do you?
No, I'm just starting back since it's the new year in a sense. So the insurance kicked back in for the new year, new sessions.
Yes.
So I'm getting a PT back started, but I do a lot of my own stuff. I go to the YMCA 3 to 4 times a week.
Can you drive?
I cannot. My brother, thank goodness my brother's been flexible enough to take me to these, but I try to do like, I got a pretty good regiment that I stick
Yeah.
with at the YMCA. So I do like, I try to ride in a combination of the stationary bike and the recumbent bike. I try to ride about 20 to 25 miles a week is what
Wow.
I try to do. Yep.
Good. You're not giving up, and because it's tough.
Hell
And
no, I'm not going to give up. That is not in me.
I
It is
know.
not in me to give up. You know what? Why I feel that way now? Because this whole community, like finding you, just reaching out to everybody in the social media, and I just take bits and parts of everybody's experience, which they're hard experiences, and I
Yeah.
just try to incorporate that into my recovery.
Yeah, and you learn things from other people. I mean, well,
I
this
do.
something works good for them, it may work or not work for you, and that's where
That's
you,
right.
you know. So, I mean,
Navigating that, it's really really tough because it's just like it's it's like, why is it work? Like trying, because you get into that mindset, that subconscious mind where it says you start comparing.
yeah,
Like, and every stroke is different. How many
yeah,
times can we say that?
yeah. I know it's totally true. But
And you don't know like how much damage you have. The thing is like I don't even. I got to a point like I was thinking about this last night. Like I'd rather not know because if the neurologists don't know how much I'm going to recover, that's good by me because we just keep on trying,
right,
and see how much we do recover because nobody knows. I'd rather keep it that way and say, hey, I'd rather not know, knowing that I am getting better. Like I never thought I'd be able to, you know, do the simplest things, getting, from inpatient, like, you know what I mean? Like just going to the bathroom by walking with a cane, you know?
yeah, yeah. And you posted a video. For me, it was so inspiring because I know that feeling is trying to get off the floor.
Yeah. I just recently, I mean, it took me a year and a half, but I finally got to a point where I could get off the floor, like stand up from the floor if I fell.
Yeah, yeah, Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big milestone, big win, and I was very emotional. I started almost crying.
yeah,
I couldn't believe I did it.
it is very emotional. I mean, I always say stroke is not for the weak. I mean,
That's an understatement, Jerry.
yeah, I'm with you on that. It's kind of crazy, but so now, um, so now you're like gung ho, just going on. Because I see your foot
I am.
when you're on the that incline with the
The
foot.
wedge, yeah, my wedge exercises.
I mean, I see that and makes me do that because my tone I didn't do as enough. I didn't do as enough as I should have. But when you're showing that and I see it, I'm doing it now a lot more just because of that. Because I see my tone is not as like yours. Yours is great. I mean, compared to mine. So now I'm doing it
Gotten a
more
lot
and
better.
more.
It's gotten a lot better, but it's taken like 4 to 6 months to even get to that. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh yeah, exactly. And so are you still walking with a cane? I mean,
I am still walking with a cane,
yep.
with an AFO. I still need an AFO to walk.
Right. Right.
But
Absolutely.
the thing is, I was at the YMCA, and in the multi room where people would come in and they share that room where they could come and stretch and do their stuff. But one of the ladies came in with their kid and said, "Hey, can we come in here because the weight room is too busy?" And I was like, "Of course."
Yeah.
But she was talking to my brother when I went to the bathroom in that moment, and she was like saying, like, "Did your brother have a stroke?" Of course, she recognized it, and she was a caregiver for a stroke recovery survivor, and so she's like, she was telling my brother, like walking with a cane, like don't take that for granted either, because she was like, she was she was she said, you know what, your brother should be fortunate because I've been a caregiver for stroke patients, stroke survivors, and there's some of them are still in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've been a lot more independent with the cane.
Right.
um I just go, I do whatever it takes to see my kids. I even like take a lift. I got to a point where I could take a lift or an Uber with
Right.
a cane to go see my kids at sporting events. I just
Right.
show up, and it's just like, tell my parenting therapist. She's like, just show up, stay with, that's one of the main things, to stay connected with your kids, because
Yeah.
that's what inspires me.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. What
Yeah.
did they? How did they take it? Not that I'm trying to make it depressing. What did they think when they saw that you had a stroke? They didn't know what a stroke was, and
No,
uh,
they don't. I mean, I think they're still, my 10-year-old daughter, which was older.
yeah.
I think she's still going through a little bit of a grieving process. So I did kind of go through some therapy with that
Right.
from a parenting coach. I get into this mindset about, like, I came across a book by Eli Hardwood, which is
Right.
a book called "Secure: How to Have Attachment Secure, Attached Secure, Being a Securing Your Attachment with Your Kids."
Right.
And it talks about a terminology called attachment injury, and
Right.
that's kind of what, basically, when you have an attachment with your kids, and and something traumatic happens, and you're just a different person, so they have a hard time processing, like, this is, my dad is different now.
Yeah.
I wish he was this, wishes that I was the same.
Right.
So there was it's called an attachment injury. If you Google it, you'll kind of understand what that meaning is. But I never understood it, but now I understand it. So she's kind of going through that. It's a little sad. It's kind of, I'm so, because I was so physically, I was physical. I played golf, I volleyball. I coached her assistant coach for soccer. I was decent at soccer. So all the sports that she's doing, I was really good at. So I had dreams of just being this amazing dad,
Yeah.
which, I can't, golf anymore like I used to. Play
Yeah.
soccer, obviously, or play volleyball.
But it's funny because I thought I could never golf again. That was one of the things I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't good at it, but I thought I was. But I played now in the backyard. I got a golf club. I put both hands on it, to do the golf and the swing the club. And when I swing, the one hand comes out, but I still hold
Yeah.
on to it.
Yeah.
And so there's things you could do. I mean, in
Yeah. I
time,
know.
So um, pickleball or any other thing. So there's ways.
Yeah.
There's things you can do. Not that I can't go sideways or this, but but I can stand right there and try to get the ball. I mean, so there's things you will be able to do.
Yeah.
In
Once my
time.
arm gets a little bit more fluid, I
Yeah.
could swing that ball. I know I can.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So now
Going
I
to
know
golf,
those
I
things.
was just thinking about golf. Now 'cause we're talk about it. It's like, what's I've always when I started golf, I was like, God, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Right.
You know what's harder? Stroke recovery.
Yeah.
I found something that's harder than golf.
Yeah. Yeah. I, I,
It
I know.
can be harder trying to golf with this while you're trying to recover from stroke.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. And I'm looking at your comments. If I didn't bring your comments up, you guys don't. I apologize. But I'm watching every one of the comments, and I appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah.
And this one
Oh,
here,
Robin, yeah, I think about that all the time. Trust me,
yeah,
all the time. That's kind of part of our therapy. Is like people do have it worse than us
yeah,
at times. You know what I mean? So it's
oh,
like
yeah,
it is part of my mindset, like to get me through like some hard times. About like yeah, there's always people that's worse. And it could be worse. Doesn't matter what situation you're in. Things could
absolutely,
be worse, and I try to like keep that in perspective, and I always do, no matter what.
right. But I'll tell you, we talked. I don't know how long ago it was, but it was kind of
It's
near your,
over a year ago, over a
yeah,
year and a half ago, where I
right,
remember I got advice about buying that bike.
right.
Remember that?
Oh yeah, that long ago. But
Yeah. Then
right,
that bike, that kind of like the recumbent bike with the arms. I'm like, why am I having such a hard time with this? Now it's like I don't think that's a big deal at all. Now I'm on a stationary bike, riding the stationary bike.
right,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But your attitude is so, I don't want to say so much better, but it's so much better. I know it came out wrong, but your positive attitude. I remember the first time we talked, and how long is it? Am I going to be better right away? I remember these conversations we had, and now you 100% is what to expect.
Yeah, I do. Oh,
And
it's not easy. The patience, boy, does it test your patience. Oh my
right,
goodness.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is testing your patience. I know that because same thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, if you are doing absolutely great to see your recovery. Because I asked you to be on, I asked you to be on the show. I asked you a while ago,
You
and then
did. Yeah.
when you finally came not too long ago, you're ready. I'm like, I don't want to say bad words, but I'm so freaking happy that you're doing doing this to share your journey and and get your story out. Some people tell me after the fact, they say, I'm so glad I did this. It feels like a weight was lifted off my shoulder to get my
Yeah.
story out there. Because if you can help somebody, one person, I mean, don't you feel like you did your job? That's how I feel all the time. You know, it's a good thing I know. I, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at these comments out here, and
You go ahead. Take your
yeah,
time.
no. This is great. And Robin just put up. It's a good thing that we aren't suicidal. I'll tell you. I'm not going to bring it up, but I
Rob is a touchy subject because
very
let's get real. We all thought about it.
yeah.
And
I
I have
did.
too. That's probably one of the hardest lessons I've been through is like, I've been into 2 psych wards. Yes, I've tried to hurt myself, but it's the dumbest thing that I tried to do. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And I've learned from that.
Yeah.
I've learned from that and I became resilient from that. And, as I say these words, I'm going to tell you, everybody, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's easy to say, yes. We always freaking say these, inspiring things and it's easy, but it's not easy to do. You got to just keep on maintaining your subconscious mind. Tell that little son of a bitch that, hey, that is not true. be aware of your subconscious mind. Just say it's not true. Those things that you're thinking is not true. Just keep pushing forward. Yep.
Right, right. Um, yeah. I I get so yeah, you came. I'll bring us here. You come to terms with yourself.
In some capacity, yes. Yes. And that's not easy, It's not.
Yeah, yeah. And because for me, I thought in the hospital, in the first few weeks, I kept thinking maybe I'm better gone because I'm just a vegetable. I
Yeah.
overcame that. I mean, that's what I didn't want to bring that up, but that's how I felt in the beginning, thinking, they're just,
Well, when they always ask you that question, is like, hey, do you have suicidal ideation? Stuff like that. When you're going through some like all these survey things, like how do you feel? Are you depressed? All that stuff. Well, at one point with the case manager, when my significant other at the time, he's like, hey, are you better off? Do you feel like you're better off dead? You know,
right.
that time I did say yes.
You did.
That's how because I felt like that. But I had to, learn through that process of like, why am I feeling this way? You just gotta kind of self-discover.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, when your brain is damaged, when you got a severe stroke and you lost because I am, my stroke happened on the right side, so I'm left side affected. You wonder like, can you like think and learn from do you learn better when you're after stroke? And it's hard. It's harder to learn better after stroke, So it's a process that I'm still navigating through, and it's still not easy,
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I just, naively, yeah, I said yes because I didn't understand my feelings at the time.
Right. Right. And
Yep.
you're 18 months post stroke, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
June of 23
June
is when
23. Wow.
Yep. So I'm I guess I'm still new compared to like most of your guests that you come on, But I wanted to tell all these people that are out there that are fairly new, like,
Right.
it is possible to get to a point where you can get off the floor. You can ride a stationary bike, stuff like that.
Yeah. Very
And it's
true.
not easy, but it is possible.
Yeah.
And I never thought like my brother always tells me, and he puts this like the amount of damage you have on from your stroke, you got to work 3 times harder than anybody else.
Yeah.
Just keep going. I have that in my mind. Like if that's what it takes, F it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, you will. I mean, I see the way you're working now. You know,
Yeah.
you are amazing. You're really doing a great job, and it's inspiring so many people. I know that because and at first someone said, "Oh, take videos of yourself," and I kept thinking, why? Now I know why. Looking back, you see the progress you've made, and
Yeah.
so I encourage doing that. Just because if
Yeah.
you can help one,
I'd still do videos.
yeah, absolutely. So true. Um, watch Candace. Watch the self-talk. Dr. Age book helped my mindset. Okay, I was told the best I would be at 9 months. I'm 11 years out now. I'm with you, Candace.
11 years. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine that. Like how the amount of resilience and the positive mindset to get even 11 years, that is incredible. That's
yeah,
all I got to say about that. Like, how do you guys do it? Like, how do you keep that mindset so positive to keep going? I'm still learning that. I'm
yeah,
still learning that, to be honest.
yeah. But it does happen in time. Me too. I'm with you, Candace. I'm you've just over 14 years out. And I've completely changed my mindset. I go through peaks and valleys here and there, but for the most part, not at all. I am so positive of the outcome, and when I see a little more progress, and I see progress every single time, and it happens. You get so motivated that so, but there you have those days, and it's all good.
Yeah.
Um, So
I mean, that's part of life. I mean, people have to go through that even if they didn't have a stroke, you know.
yes, yes. So so females
Now,
flag. So you're 2 years out now. All right. Well, I'd love to hear how you're
yeah,
doing.
June this year will be 2 years officially. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Okay. So and people are more. So Air Force, 6 months out. All right. Well, um, yeah. There's so many newbies. Yeah, that's right, Lindora. Newbies.
Yeah,
That's what
maybe.
that's I don't know if it's the right thing to say, but I always
You know
say that.
what? I'm okay being a newbie
Yeah,
because I'm still here pushing, and when we do this again a couple years from now, I won't be a newbie, and you'll see where I'm at, and
yeah.
and
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 see
I
how much
know,
I recovered.
yeah, I know how much you're going to be in 2 years recovering because you are. I hate to, not to hate to say it, you are kicking butt out there.
I am
Doing-
going after it, man, the
Yeah,
best I can.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I was on the bike the other day, like going, "Geez, I have to go to the YMCA again
yeah, yeah,
to do this." It's like, God, wasn't I just here yesterday?
yeah. But how do you feel afterwards?
I feel like, I feel good and go, "Geez, I can't believe I did this again."
Yeah,
Because it's not easy, riding 7 miles a session.
yeah.
You know,
That's a lot.
yeah,
Yeah. There and Robin is saying so much to learn. You're right. I mean, I mean, it's great to see other on the internet. So much stuff that I learned still 14 years. Like, oh, that
oh yeah,
So you will. So all these
yeah. I'm
years have
still
gone.
learning, and I'm sure everybody does it. You're still from time to time you hear something, you're gonna research the crap out of it until like, oh, maybe I do need to try that.
Yeah,
You know, and
absolutely.
we still do that because we're searching for to accelerate our recovery, and that's what
Absolutely.
we try to do.
Right. And so, what do you tell people that are like, I don't want to say you're a newbie, but the ones that are really newbies? And I see some people out here that are um, newbies, 6 months here. I could see the comments. Um, so here's so I'd love to hear what you say, Musa. So Air Force.
I would say the one thing that I would probably say, which is, takes a lot of patience, is there's a couple of things. If you're a newbie, number one thing, get some therapy. Get some therapy. Get that negative mindset out of your, maintain that. Get it out of your subconscious mind. Get some therapy. That's probably one of my biggest mistakes I made as a newbie, that I didn't take that seriously because I thought I could handle it.
Yeah.
Well, boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong. Yes, I was wrong.
But you've changed.
Now, yeah, now what I'm trying to do is trying to trust the process of the stroke recovery. And that's not easy too. Saying it is easy, saying trust the process, but it's not. Let's get serious,
Right. You have a question here.
No, my arm is still not moving. My left side is not moving.
Um, Faisal, yes, thanks for sharing your story. Some folks are saying so, but I mean, you can move some of it, can you, or not?
I could, I could squeeze my hand, but I can't release it.
Okay. Well,
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah.
you use I'm probably not the ball.
No, I can't use a ball.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Not quite there yet.
okay. Well, within time,
There's a lot of things that I'm still trying to work on, like, try to get in the pool soon. Then I'm also working on trying to get involved with the hyperbaric oxygen therapy chamber. So I'm
Right.
working on that.
Good.
So we'll see what happens on that.
Right. You try
But
everything.
yeah, because nobody knows. That's the thing.
Right.
So I'll try that. But I'm hoping that I'm going to show this will be a great case study, because when I get to a place where I can have my own chamber, I'm going to do this protocol for like 2 months. Try to do it for 2 months straight,
Right.
because you got to be in the chamber 5 days a week.
Wow. Yeah, I've never done
Every
that.
day. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
But I'll share my story on Instagram If you want to follow me on Instagram, I think it's Musong Kim. If you look at my first and last name, you'll find me on Instagram, and I'll be posting my hyperbaric chamber
Perfect.
therapy once I get that in place. And I will be posting every single day about that.
I
At the
can't.
best, at the best I can, that is.
Yeah.
Not every day. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
But
totally
I'll do it
Yeah.
frequently.
Yeah.
Because if it works, I want to be able to help people understand that hyperbaric chamber is a thing, is a new thing that could help with your recovery.
Right. Yeah. Great to hear that.
If I get a little bit of recovery, it doesn't matter. If I get 10% of recovery because of that, tell me in this community if that's not worth it.
Right. Oh yeah.
How significant would that be if you got 10% better?
It'd be. I know every little bit. You celebrate all those little wins.
Yep.
Tapping therapy, painful, but some it works. Okay. Serena. Yeah. There's I'm seeing so many. I can't keep up with these. Yeah. Okay. Robin here. I'm just sorry, guys, if I don't get them all. Robin is asking, what does it do?
It promotes neurogenesis for new stem cell growth. That's what it does. If you look up hyperbaric HBOT, just to keep it simple, HBOT, just look it up and Google it, and you'll start going down this rabbit hole of information.
Okay.
And just keep on researching it. Yeah, it's different for everybody, but you know what? If it promotes neurogenesis to regrow your stem cells or
Right.
blood vessels for better blood flow, then it's worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And everybody knows neurogenesis promotes neuroplasticity. So Google that and and see what happens. Because I'll tell you what, if as much damage from my MRI, like to see the damage from the stroke, and if it has any white matter that gets healed, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
that'll be a game changer for this whole community.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. It makes
So anyways,
yeah.
I'm not here to promote it's
No,
anything. It's just something I've been researching for a while.
right.
Then when I get the chamber, you will see me on Instagram using it, and follow me with that hyperbaric chamber therapy that I'm going to do to help accelerate my recovery. Yep.
Loving it, man. I really appreciate you being on this show to share your story. Share me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But quite the not turnaround, but from when I first met you to this.
Yeah, we were all bedridden, you know what I mean? Being able to walk with the cane is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Getting up from the floor is unbelievable. I never thought I could really do that.
Yes, I know. When I saw that video that you sent me. Yeah, so thank you.
All right, Air Force.
Yes. So you'll follow it, and glad you're getting I agree. This is really great that you're getting the opportunity to use all these products and ways of.
You have to, because I've tried everything. Like everybody else, like Jerry, when I've seen you like try everything too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you've got to. You can't give up on new technology. You know what I mean? Because it's like you got to embrace what's going on, because they can't say that terrible word plateau. Like I'll never forget from my neurologist at inpatient. She said, "You'll never get your arm back."
I know what you want to say there.
And I'll never forget. And Dr. Chang, one day I'm going to tell her that, hey, look at this. But it's not about that, obviously.
No, I'm with you. A year and a half after, when I was getting an outpatient, my OT said, just get used to this. This is the way you will be for the rest of your life. And I kept thinking, my God, this is it? And back then I couldn't really talk well. I was, wheelchair bound, and I went back to see her. Like a couple years later, she retired.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So that, but anyway, Musong, any last words for now? Because we obviously are going to do this again.
Yeah, we will do this again. Definitely.
Yeah,
Last
absolutely.
words. I would say, like I was saying before, is probably learn how to trust the process. And I'm still learning that, to be honest. I
Yeah.
know I'm just saying that, but for all the newbies or even post-stroke 2 years, doesn't matter.
Right.
We'll have to come up with a new terminology for the people that are in the 18 months and on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
But anyways, yeah, I would say I'm still learning to trust the process. Let's put it that way.
yeah, absolutely. You,
Even if the oxygen therapy doesn't work, I still have to trust the process.
yeah.
To keep going.
Oh yeah, you don't give up.
I would say the one last final thing, and I want to reiterate this, is just do not take your mental health seriously and be healthy with that. Just get the help. Doesn't matter. Just continue maintaining your mental health.
Yeah.
Get a therapist. Even the people that don't have stroke get therapists.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. It is.
Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable. And it's okay.
Yeah.
Because we're all human still.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to ask for help.
No kidding. Keep your ego at bay. Keep your ego at bay. Yes, you still could think maybe it's not as quick, but just keep your ego at bay and just keep that in check all the time.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
mental health is probably the number one thing.
Yeah.
To keep it maintained.
Absolutely.
It's probably my biggest last words.
No, great words and great story, and amazing. You've just motivated, I'm sure, everybody out here.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Like I say this in a very positive way. It's like you're kind of like the godfather of stroke recovery.
I love you, Musong. Really, you're awesome. I appreciate everything you say. Really.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Hey, thanks for having me, Jerry. Thank you, everybody in the community that was listening. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me to be part of this community that I discovered through the the research of just being a part of a positive community, because we all need it, for crying out loud.
Yes, absolutely. And let's see. Thank you, Kevin. Here's one last one from Candace. Keep talking with your children too. Thank you.
Always, without a doubt. That's what without saying. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, Candace. All right.
Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for being here, and I love you all, my friends.
Yes.
Yep. Love you all.
Exactly. They're our friends.
Yep.
We